Good morning, family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. I believe it is. We are officially in summer. Can you believe it? Like, literally, we are officially in summer. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, today's video is going to be a very quick, short tip. Yesterday, with one of my clients, she is completing a 21-day weight management cleanse with me. And that weight management cleanse consists of 3 colon hydrotherapy sessions, 3 45-minute infrared sauna sessions, and then she gets herbs for 21 days. So she'll be meeting with me for 2 hours a week for 3 weeks in a row. The first hour or 45 minutes, she's going to be sitting in the sauna. And then we follow that up and culminate her appointment with me with her colonic. And then she continues to work on her food intake, her water intake, and her herbs outside of my office. And then I'll see her next week for the next 2 weeks. Does that make sense? So the whole goal of the program is not necessarily weight management, but it's a nice introduction into shifting your body into a healthier lifestyle over a 3-week period, if that makes sense. So while we were in discussion and talking, I'm asking her, like, how is your food going? Have you noticed any subtle shifts? How are you sleeping at night? Have you noticed that your temperament is a little bit more easier versus, quick to snap back at people? I'm just having her or prompting her to think about all the small changes that we don't necessarily think about when we're cleansing, right? Because cleansing, believe it or not, will create a level of self-regulation in your body. That just happens naturally when your body doesn't have to hold on to waste. So in conversation with her, I'm asking her about her food intake. And the reason why I asked her about her food intake is because when I went to release the water moving out of her body so that her body can have a bowel movement and she's releasing into my unit, I noticed that the waste was moving real slow. It was very thick. It was very dense and very heavy. So that means a couple of things. It means, number one, there's no water in the body. No water. Or she is having an increase in caffeine. One of the two. Either her water is low or her caffeine intake went up. Number two, there is an increase of sugar somewhere in her diet. Or number three, she's just eating a lot of carbs right now. It's one of the three, or it could be all three. Sometimes it's all three. So when I started asking her, what is going on with you? And she thought about it. She's like, no, nothing is going on. She's like, my water is fine. And, she said, technically I shifted to tea because of the conversation I had with you last week. And she's really going over in her head. And I said, well, did you have any snacks that you normally don't have? And she's like, oh yeah, well, I've been eating dried fruit. And I was like, oh no, baby, that is the problem. So here is one tip for you that you want to follow. When you are cleansing, detoxing, fasting, shifting your diet over, etc., the number one food that you do not want to eat while you are cleansing, detoxing, fasting, abstaining, etc., is dehydrated food. And the reason why you do not want to consume dehydrated food is because in order for your body to assimilate it and digest it and then break it down and then move it through the body, right? It needs to be hydrated. There needs to be moisture. Again, the body is not going to move or eliminate or digest if there's no moisture present. So the one element that we need without a shadow of a doubt is water. Water. Without the water, tea. I made the best cup of tea this morning and I'm just like savoring it and just like really enjoying it. But I really want to share that with you because the after effect is when you're detoxing, your body already goes down to the reserves of your water. And that water is used to clean and purge and push out waste out of the 5 channels of elimination that a woman have, but a man has 4. Those 4 channels of elimination that we both have are our colon, our kidneys, our lungs, our skin. And then the 5th for women is our uterus. Yes, ma'am. I will do a video about that later. I have already done videos about that in the past, but I'll do an updated video about that later, about the 5th channel of elimination, with it, which is our uterus. So when we are talking about detoxing and cleansing, you do not want to eat dehydrated food. That is the absolute worst thing you will want to do. When you come in to see me, you're going to have a very difficult time. It's not going to be pleasant. She was struggling. She was hurting. So I just went ahead and got her off the table and had her go to the restroom. And when she came out, she was just like, Mo, you may want to go in there and just tighten up your restroom. And I said, yeah, I know. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that deposit. But anywho, that's what I want to share. Very, very quick video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 562-682-0818. My website is Moya, M-O-Y-A, bodycare.com. And my private office is located here in Torrance, California. And remember, colonics work. And I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist that practices the art of internal detoxification through the use of colon hydrotherapy, herbs, and natural living. Mwah! Mucho besos. Until then, I'll speak with you soon.